Yeah, I'm live.
No, I've got to show you. Nobody else knows. Ever gave me such a beautiful feeling. When you touch my soul, hey, don't you let me go. Hold on, baby, just a little bit time.
It's Tommy James in the Chandeliers.
Just a little bit time now, baby.
I don't know, YouTube might take this down for the copyright.
Just a little bit time now, baby. Loving so surprising. Opening up my eyes. Reach down and get my hand. I wanna get touch my soul, yeah.
How's everybody doing today? Thought I'd put a little intro music in there. I don't know if it's gonna still stay on, but it's good that I got 2 people in here now. That's great. Let me see here. Please, YouTube, give me a break on the music just for once. Let's see. Give me 1 second, guys. Trying to project the screen. If YouTube would allow me to play music, it would make a world of difference. I'm telling you, in the chat. All right, just give me 1 sec. Okay, we're in. Shout out to Patricia Groves and Taylor Lover. Thank you for being in the chat with me. How's everyone doing this evening? TX Day because. How are you? Thanks for being in the chat. Zero point star. How you doing? Okay. Well, let's see what we got. Okay, we're in. Are you doing well? That's good. That's good, I'm glad. How's the weather out there with you guys? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Zero. Yeah, that's a bit. That's a bitch. I hate that. If something like that happens, if you don't have like a like a power supply, then you're screwed because then you gotta wait for the power to come back on. Oh, that's good. At least you didn't lose power. So, any of you people out there have YouTube channels or? I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. You do music and you talk about very strange stuff pertaining to being in the GATE program. What's the GATE program? All I know is I started out this chat with some music, and I hope YouTube puts it on. You know. For psychic kids in the public schools. Oh, that's interesting. So you're what you call one of the gifted ones, right? As far as education wise. Right. I had a friend of mine that was extremely intelligent, and his dad, who was a real asshole. I never liked this guy. He would he would push him to make sure that he got where he was. He had goals for his son, his plans for him, because his other son was in his dad's eyes a total failure. How are you, Zane? Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay, I appreciate that, man. I took when I finished junior high school, middle school as they call it now. I took the test for Stuyvesant. That's like a really, I mean, very intelligent people go to Stuyvesant. That's in New York. And I took the test, and my I forgot what it was. The I didn't do well on the Regents on the SAT. I think it was the SAT they called it back then. This is in the '70s. I took the Stuyvesant test, and I didn't pass. So my mom came up and made a whole argument about it, and then I finally got me in. But I went to the school, and I saw that the kids in that I was not on par with these kids. I was not highly intelligent. I wasn't gifted, and they made me aware of that. I was given a swift lesson being around very intelligent kids, and within a month I had to quit, and I went back to my regular my regular high school. I guess you could call them remedial academics. But when you don't fit in with the bunch that you don't fit in with your classmates, you're in for a rough ride, man. Because first of all, the homework is going to be beyond belief. Like, let's say you take trigonometry or calculus in high school. In these advanced high schools, it's triple, 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 triple that, you know. Oh, you had nightmares from the test. They would have to. I don't know how. To be honest with you, I mean these are super intelligent people. I mean they were born to be highly intelligent. They made you take naps and listen to weird noises. Oh man, shit! I feel bad for you, man. For psychics, unbelievable. What school was this? I mean, man, you went through hell, shit. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out later, definitely. How were the teachers there? You just imagine what they were like. I had to deal with something similar to this when I was in the sixth grade in 1970. Uh, they used to label the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 classes. If you were in the 5 or 6, that means you were considered like a dummy. So I wasn't a dummy, but they placed because I moved, so I was a transfer student. So they put me in the 5 class, which was the next to the last. And in that class, I excelled. I mean, I just blew everyone away. I mean, I passed tests. I got 99s, but the teacher made a big mistake by putting me into the number 2 class when I entered the 6th grade, not knowing what I had to deal with, and it was rough. Actually, my mother had to do my homework for me. That's how bad it was, and then she could barely. They would pull us out of regular class to go do weird tests with the curtains down. See, these are the kind of schools where the teachers could probably get away with anything they want. They could probably beat the crap out of kids if they want to and get away with it. There's one good thing about the regular academic schools, and that's like your typical public school or your high school. You're not paying for whatever. You can't get away with that shit there because they'll either they'll do an investigation on that. These teachers will not only lose their job, they'll lose their license. So they don't play around here. I can tell you that much. You lay one finger on a classmate and it's over. Okay, on one of your students. So from 1980 on. Oh, really? Wow. And they were getting away with this? I mean, were these teachers, let me ask you something, were these teachers abusive to you or the rest of the kids? Tell you, that's some incredible shit. Wow. Holy crap. You went through some pretty rough times, man. I'm sorry, I had a little problem there. William, how you doing? Glad you're in the chat room. I'll tell you, Zero, you went through some rough shit, man. Wow. I wouldn't have lasted in these kind of schools. I would last a week. Not even. Again, these private schools and these Catholic schools and these yeshivas, not so much yeshiva, but I heard horror stories about the nuns in these Catholic schools. How they beat down the students, and they dare the students not to say anything to their mom and dad. You believe this shit? The holy cloth, right? Are you eating food, grilled cheese? Oh, okay. That's some weird shit you went through, Taylor. I'm telling you. I mean, Zero. Jay Hundy's Anches. Welcome to the chat room. How you doing? Any of you guys out there watch my videos? What do you think of them? And, you know, oh, you almost choked on cheese. Watch yourself, William. We don't want to lose you. William, did you see my latest video on when I was in the 8th grade, when I was 13? I posted it this morning. There was some girl in there that a couple of kids were infatuated with. Yeah, she was good looking, man. See, I couldn't. There's some things in that video I couldn't say because you know you never know. She could, her and her family, they could be watching. You know, who knows? I mean, I doubt they know. They don't have my YouTube channel, but she did. I saw her on Facebook, and she's my age. She's 67, whatever, and did not age well at all. Okay, all I can say is it's like night and day. That's all I can tell you. I'm not gonna post pictures and embarrass people. I mean, I didn't say anything bad about her in the video. I actually praised her. I didn't say that she was ugly, or she happened to be very pretty. But there were other kids in that class. Oh boy, they were unbelievable. All I could tell you. Did you think she was good looking, William? No, I'm in that photo. If you look at, I'm in the top row. I'm wearing like a blue shirt. I was 13 back then, pushing 14. One time I brought in a Playboy magazine, and that was like back then. That was considered like the ultimate porn. Now it's like a freaking joke. I don't even know if the magazine still exists, if they still publish it. But I brought it in, and I was passing it around to all the kids in the class. And for a bunch of 13-year-old kids to read this magazine, it had some pictures of naked women and stuff like that. Centerfold. That was the teacher found out about it, and he takes the magazine from me and he says, "Where did you get this magazine from?" I told him I don't know. I really didn't know where I, actually to this day where I got the magazine from. So he says, "Well, I'm not giving it back to you, okay? Because you shouldn't have brought it in the class, and I could make a lot of problems for you because of that." So I never brought it. I never tried to bring a Playboy magazine again into the classroom. That was way before they had porn on videos, way before they had sex sites, way before, way before. I mean, we didn't even have cell phones back then. If we wanted to communicate, we picked up the telephone. That was it. There was no texting, there was no nothing, man. Oh, you threw up today because you pedaled to hand on my bike. Oh, okay. You pedaled too hard on your bike, yeah. Oh, you'll be 14 on May the 10th. Oh, congratulations. That's next May, right? May 2027. See, people don't realize when you're like 13 years old, you're not responsible for your own actions. I mean, most 13-year-olds, they'll say the first thing that comes to their mind and not give a crap about it, hurting someone's feelings or anything. It's that age, you know, you haven't reached, a 13-year-old won't reach maturity until they're about 18. And sadly, there are some that are in their 50s and they never reach maturity. Some people just never grow up. I got some great videos coming up. I got one, yesterday I was in a pizza place. I did a review of probably the best pizza in all of New York. And then I was at a Brazilian steakhouse a couple of days ago, and that should be a pretty big video. Do you like Italian food, William? When I was 5 years old, my aunt took me to an Italian restaurant, and it was the first time I had ever eaten Italian food. I was used to, you know, American home cooked food and whatever my mother made. It was like lamb chops and stuff like that, or you know, some kind of pasta, whatever. So I wasn't able to, like, I took a couple of bites or spoonfuls of whatever it was. I think it was spaghetti and meatballs. And I didn't like it because it was something new to me. You know, when you're 5 years old, your taste buds are different. So I remember my aunt, she went into a rage. She says, "Look at all this money I spent on you, and you're not even gonna finish a little bit of the food." And to that day, up till right now, anything I have on my plate, I make sure I wipe out the plate completely. I mean, she taught me an extremely valuable lesson. Well, you know, your taste buds don't develop until you're like maybe 8 or 9 years old. You should have seen the size of back when I was a kid, the size of the ringdings. I don't know if you ever eat ringdings or the funny bones. They were gigantic and they were made with pure milk. They're not what they used to be though, back in the days. The ringdings are about this big. They're like a baseball size. Back then they were like this. They were as big. We had one called that look just like a Liberty Bell. You know, like I mean, I still eat them every once in a while. You know, the big cakes back in the '60s were the Yankee Doodles, the Ring Dings, and the Funny Bones. Funny Bones have it's like a chocolate cake with peanut butter in the middle. I went to this place yesterday. It's called Plant Donuts. Wait, I'll show you the box. It's called the Donut Plant. A fancy box. I'm telling you, these donuts they're about $4 or $5 a donut. But this isn't Dunkin' Donuts, okay? This is the real deal. See if I can open it. And this is a coconut cream donut. It's delicious. Take a little bite. Oh, made with all natural ingredients. There's another one of their donuts. I can only buy 6 of them because they're so expensive. This is the black and white. It's another chocolate donut. And this is the coconut. But it cost me $38. But I only go there once in a while, maybe once a year. Yeah, it's called Donut Plant. And they have 2 locations here in New York. One, and totally awesome donuts. I mean, those are, you know, people don't. If you want good stuff, you got to pay. You got to pay the bucks. I mean, if you want shit, you got to Dunkin' Donuts, and then you'll get what you pay for. You know, the donuts like $1.75 each, and it's all sugar crap. Do they ship to England? That's a good question. I think maybe they do. I'm gonna post a video of my trip to the Plant Donuts, and I'll post the link in my description, and I'll have the address and the telephone number, and I think they might. Yeah, they're very good donuts, William. Excellent, excellent. The key is when you buy them, don't leave them at room temperature. If you're not going to eat them the same day, Put them in the fridge, or they'll go bad because it's quality stuff. So I'm not going to finish them all because I spent a fortune on them. So I'm going to hopefully try to save them. I only bought 6 donuts, or 7 donuts actually. No, you don't freeze them. These are the kind of donuts you have to have. I have a special container that keeps them fresh, and they hold 6 donuts. Uh, yeah, I'll show you the container. These are the containers that you store the donuts in, and you could put 6 at a time. That's what it holds, and then you just close it up, and they stay fresh for a long time. And you put them in the refrigerator. So that's how you keep these donuts. And these donuts need this container. I got it on Amazon. It doesn't cost that much. Hey, Shek, how you doing, man? Glad you could make it in. So I'm just telling William here about these donuts that I bought. If you look at the stream of the in the replay, and this is where I store the donuts. And before I go to bed tonight, I'm going to immediately take them out of that box and put them in here, because they were telling me, the people that actually work there told me, I know I should keep them at room temperature. No, you don't keep them at room temperature. They're going to spoil. Yes, we all like family, definitely. And that's how I make my juices as well. When I juice, I don't drink any beverages with sugar. I juice my own vegetables and fruits, and I keep them in a mason jar, and I put them in the refrigerator, and they will. But the thing with juicing is you got to drink it like the next day, because they'll go bad. Because it's just pure. It's pure juice from the from the stem of the vine. You know. It's not processed. It's not. There's not, no sugar added or anything like that. Oh, you have ADHD. You know, that's okay. That's fine. No, I don't have. I'm not. I don't have autism. Thank the Lord for that. So I know some people that suffer from autism. It's not. There are different levels of autism. I mean, there's the extreme where you're basically like almost like mentally or physically handicapped. You know, those are the ones that are beyond help. They require 24-hour nursing. And then there's the milder form of autism. Uh, you know, There's also something called Asperger syndrome. No, it's excuse me, it's Asperger's syndrome. And these people are unable to form relationships. They're socially awkward. They don't smile. And I knew someone that suffers from that. Yeah, what's his name? Sylvester Stallone, who played in all those Rocky movies. I'm not familiar with him. One of his sons was suffered from autism, and he ended. I think he committed suicide a couple of years ago. He was actually in one of the Rocky movies with his dad. Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to power on. I had this one friend back when I was about 8 years old. And back then, this is in the 60s, the term autism was rarely mentioned. They're unbalanced or. But he used to like scream and yell violently out of the blue. Some of the people that suffer from autism, they go into these fits and rages. So one day I was over his house and he pulled a knife on his mother, I remember. And his dad beat the living crap out of him, man. Oh boy. Yeah, definitely. I hear you, William. I'm going to cut this for a few minutes. I'll be back in a little while. I got to take this phone call. It's important. But I will be